We welcome you in. Welcome in, welcome in. For those of you coming into space, we have some bulletins out on the welcoming table. They have a QR code for our songs and all of our prayers, so you can follow along in the service. Feel free to grab one of those. For those of you who are joining us on YouTube, if you want to grab some elements for our communion sacrament in a little while, we encourage you to grab something so that you can participate in that with us. We'll also be lighting a candle in a few minutes, so if you want to grab a candle, go ahead and grab one of those so you can light one with us. Welcome in. It's so good to see all of y'all. Good morning. I got a wave. I got a wave. I got a couple more waves. Yay! Well, y'all want to stand in body or spirit and sing with us, This Joy? This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. Let's do that one more time. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it and the world didn't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. Valley Mountain Band. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it. The world didn't give it and the world didn't take it away. The world didn't give it. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. Good morning.
Good morning, Valley and Mountain. Yay, whether you're here in this space or whether you're online, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. My name is Sarah. My pronouns are she, her, and I've been here for 5.5 years. Wow. I love this community, and I bet that a lot of you also feel the same way. So if you love this community, whether you're online or here in the space, wave your hand. Yay! Valley Mountain. We are a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multifaceted community, and all of us represent all the facets of the divine. Isn't that great that we can be all here together with all of who we are? So whether you are very clear about your identity and your beliefs and your spirituality, or whether you're fuzzy about them, you're welcome here. Whether you're on top of the mountain feeling really fabulous, or you're down in the valley and not so great, or anywhere in between, you're welcome here. We are really glad that all of you are here and that you continue to come and support this community. This is a community that values and supports justice for all. I'm going to light a candle, and the light of the candle is a representation of who we are. Each of us is a light in the world, and our world truly needs light right now. So as I light this candle, I want you to remember that you are light. And when we go out into the world, let us shine our light bright so that we can overcome the darkness that seems to be prevalent so much in our world.
On life's journey, or where you're coming from, you can always call this place home. No matter where you've been or what you've done.
Can you sing it with us this morning? Welcome home.
No matter where you are on life's journey, or where you're coming from, you can always call this place home. No matter where you've been or what you've done.
This next time that we sing it, can you look around the room and share this with someone in the space
No
today?
matter where you are on life's journey, or where you're coming from,
Oh, where you're coming from,
you can always call this
you
place
can
home.
always call this place home. No matter where you've been or what you've done. No matter where you've been. No matter where you've been or what you've done. No matter where you've been. No matter where you've been or what you've done. Good morning, good morning, good morning, beloveds. I'm so grateful to be with y'all today.
Many of you know I had to duck out early last week. And so it's good. It's good to be back. It's good to be in community with you in this time of worship and celebration. And I want to invite us into a time of just grounding and getting centered in our own bodies today. I know there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on in our lives. There's a lot of noise that can be overwhelming. And so this is a moment, an opportunity to slow things down and to get connected to your body and to get connected to the divine in whatever ways are meaningful to you. And last week, I loved how Pastor Pat led us through a grounding through our senses to slow everything down. And so today, I invite you to take a look around the room and see what comes to you as a source of beauty. Notice the colors and the light coming through the window. Notice the altar and the tomatoes that someone brought for us at the altar. They look really delicious. Not just beautiful, but delicious. Look at our communion elements, our keffiyeh up here, our candle. Take a moment to slow down by taking in, breathing in the environment around you. Notice the other people. And then bring that in and notice your own body. And give yourself a few moments just to breathe at a pace that feels good to you. Just breathing in God's love, a love that sustains and holds and nourishes you today and every day. Exhaling out, releasing, maybe releasing that love back into the world, back into this space. Taking another nice deep breath in, letting yourself connect and ground with this connection of love. Maybe that love feels like it's bubbling up a little bit after you've taken some time to see the beauty that is around you, the beauty that inspires us to be connected to this divine love. Just continuing to breathe and notice your own body as you settle into celebration space together today. Just breathing and letting yourself be. Know that you are loved, even if you don't love yourself. You can sing it with me. Send it out. Know that you are loved, even when you don't love yourself. Yeah. Know that you are loved. 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 Even I don't know if I shared earlier that my name is Pastor Deanza, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. And grateful to be with you. And we are going to transition into this time in our service that we call Gratitudes. It's an opportunity for us in the community to share what is on our hearts and our minds. It could be something that you feel grateful for. It could be something that you want prayer for, a lament. It could be a life update, just to keep us posted on how you're doing and what's going on in your life. It's a really sweet opportunity to hear from one another and to encourage one another. And I have a few to share with you. First of all, I want to thank everyone here for your prayers. Rev Sekou made it home on Friday. I actually have a video that I think you will all appreciate hearing his message to you today. His procedures went successfully. He started dialysis this week. He's in great spirits. All of your prayers, your texts, your visits have really helped to keep him going. He recognizes that, we both recognize that this is a new season for us and that there are some major changes that are going to happen in our lives, in our lifestyle. And so my request is that you continue to pray for us as we navigate these new waters together, and as he navigates these new waters and figures out what this new normal is for him. And I'll just share this recording. I'm going to put it up to the mic, and I think you'll be able to hear it.
Dearest Valley of Mountain, and to the Planters Project, I just want to just say thank you. I just came out of a procedure. I'm kind of high. But I want to say it has been my deepest honor to be your pastor. My surgery went well. They put the fistulas in, and I have a new normal. But I want to just say thank you for all your prayers. You've been so kind to me. A long time ago, I gave up on pastoring because, church people suck. But my time with you, both in the congregation of Valley Mountain and with our planter, has reassured me, not necessarily in the church, but the efficiency of community and the solidarity of community and the depth of relationships. I have slowed down a bit and I have lost a step, but don't treat me no different because it's going to make me mad. But I do want to know that I believe deeply in you and that there are names you do not know and faces that you have not seen who depend upon you, and we have high expectations of you. Heaven has high expectations of you. And those who lean over heaven's balcony, they are rooting you on because this monster will not have the last word. And finally, break me out of here. My wife is a Nazi and she won't buy me hamburgers. I love you.
That is your pastor. He's doing really well. He doesn't need a breakout. He's home now. He's still not allowed burgers, so that will be an ongoing struggle for us. But your prayers are so appreciated, and he'll be back soon. So thank you so much. Others, what's on your heart and mind today?
It's Lucas's 16th birthday.
Happy birthday,
Lucas, 16th birthday.
Yay, Lucas. So glad you're
That
here.
is a big, big deal, Lucas. 16. To you,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lucas.
Happy birthday to you.
How are you going to celebrate, Lucas?
He says we're going to have some family over today. And I'm going to make him play some games with me. Oh, I'm going to beat them at some games.
okay.
Sorry.
Get it
Correction.
right, Burke.
Anything else? And we're also going to go on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I'm very grateful that Lucas is my son and proud of him on his 16th birthday. And also very grateful for my partner, Krista, who's been an amazing parent and partner through all these 16 years. Oh, and Ida, too. She's awesome.
Happy birthday, Lucas.
Happy birthday. We had another birthday happen in the community. A very first birthday. Miss Mayumi, Christian, and
Oh,
Tiffany's little baby girl made her entrance on the 15th in the afternoon. So we are sending you guys lots of love and well wishes and a lot of sleep and cuddles as you guys adjust to your new normal. And welcome, Earthside, sweet Mayumi. We're so excited to meet you. And yeah, just love y'all.
She's so beautiful. Yeah. The mama looks good too.
Hi. I just walked in late because I was at Gethsemane Lutheran Church this morning as part of something wonderful they have done. Since Easter weekend, on Saturday mornings, they have donated a space for breakfast and church service for homeless women that I've been not preaching at, but organizing. And that time is finishing up next Saturday. And then we're moving to St. James Cathedral, which is also giving us free space. The generosity of this community over so many years to those women. The service has been going since the 1990s. And y'all get a chance to cook eventually, don't worry.
Sign us up. Others. Hi.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Emmaus, use she and they pronouns. This is my second week here, and the first time, thank you. It's my first time going to church in 2 years, so very happy to be here.
Any others?
Good morning, everyone. This is Jo speaking. I just wanted to share that I brought some tomatoes from my garden that are sitting on the altar. Oh, yeah. So please take them home if you like some. And if you like more, that's just what I picked today. Yeah.
Yay. Any others? What was that?
Hi, I'm Allie. I use she, her pronouns. And I have two things I want to share that I'm thankful for. One is Camp Indianola, and that is a space that has been sacred to me and many others for many, many years, and has a great connection to Valley and Mountain now. And that connection is the other part that I'm thankful for, is that what was it, last year or 2 years ago? Last year. Summer came and was the camp pastor, and my kids, who two of whom would not necessarily feel connected to church or faith otherwise. That's heavy, sorry. Feel connected because of camp, and especially because of the way that the divine shows up in Summer's preaching. And I am so incredibly thankful for Summer, your openness and the way you connect with the divine. So God can work through you to work in the lives of my children.
I'll share gratitude. I'm grateful for the help that I got to fix my yard up and get my garden going. And I have cucumbers and tomatoes, and they're wonderful. And I'm going to share that I'm going to leave a little bit early today. I am part of Path with Art. I'm in the Veterans Choir, and so I got a free ticket to go see the show at the Fifth Avenue Theater after midnight.
It's really good.
And I-5 is closed north, and I'm not a Seattleite, so the only way I know how to get there is on I-5, so I'm going to leave early so I can figure out how to get down to the Fifth Avenue Theater in time to meet everybody that I'm going with at 1 o'clock.
Chris, our drummer, is in that show, so you'll see
Yeah,
him
I'm going to
there.
look for him.
Yeah.
And my friend Trina Mills, who was the choreographer for The Tempest that I was in at the Seattle Rep, she's in the show, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing her. And she's a wonderful dancer and choreographer, and apparently she's going to be singing tonight too. So I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing her.
Amazing.
And also, there's a show on the 24th, which is next Sunday. The Detention Lottery show is at St. Clement's Episcopal Church in Seattle. The information's on the Facebook page, and if I can remember, I'll put it up there again. That show starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a pretty good show, and it really gives you an idea of what goes on inside the courtroom with detainees. And I'm the clerk in that show. And so yeah, feel free to come. And I think there are going to be other showings, but only a few here and there.
Thank you. Is there some online?
Yeah, we have some online. Good morning from Christine. Hi, Christine. She says hello, Valley Mountain folks. Crystal is greeting us. Tiffany and Christian have made it home with baby Mayo. Mayo. How cute is that? Grateful for your love and so excited for this next chapter. Yes, we are so excited for you and holding you in that. Crystal says, Jules and I are in Alaska with family for our grandson's wedding. We have so much gratitude for the continuity of family as we blend another lineage into our family tree. We're praying for a wonderful trip and wonderful memories to be made and safe travels for both of you as you come home to us. But yeah, lots of love. Lots of birthday wishes to you, Lucas, from Tiffany and from Crystal. So happy birthday again. So grateful for you.
Any others? Oh, yay. I was supposed to ask about some.
It's manatees. So I had the opportunity. So we've gone down to visit Macy a couple times in Florida, and every single time I'm like, I need to see a manatee. It's like on my bucket list, and it needs to be like not on the TV, right? It needs to be like in real life. Unfortunately, it was still in a cage, but I got to see 3 of them, and they were literally just kind of dancing around, and it was incredible. Like, it was really just a cool experience. So that was off my bucket
Guys,
list.
if you want to see pictures of Josh looking at the manatees,
Like a
they're
child,
almost
yes.
as good
Yep.
as the pictures of the manatees themselves.
It's similar as a child because the bald head, yeah. And then I've kind of been interviewing-ish for a new job that's all local. And it would be absolutely no travel. It would be a huge opportunity. I'm supposed to know this week, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, I love prayers.
We are praying. I also want to give a shout out to my childhood best friend. Her name is Leanna, it's her birthday today as well. We've been friends for over 40 years. And I've been just like reflecting on our friendship and on her life in particular and how we came into each other's lives at just the right time. And I think a lot of why my life went on the journey that it went on. And essentially I always talk with her about how we saved each other's lives in a way through some really hard things when we were kids. So I want to say happy birthday, Leanna. I'm so grateful for you, and I hope that today is filled with lots of love and joy. Oh, Tana.
Hey, everybody. I am grateful, and I've been here for a while now, and I know you guys see me like walking with a cane. You guys see me with a walker. I've had a lot of issues with my foot, and I got my toe amputated in May. And on last week, I got my prosthetic so I could wear shoes again. And that is a small thing, but it's huge to me because walking around either barefooted or in a boot was not fun at all for me. And I work with kids. So I was off from January all the way until last week when they just approved me to go back to work. Okay. So this school year I get to go back to see my kids, and I'm so excited and I can't wait. And everything's like going really well right now, and so I'm just super excited about everything that's gonna take place this year. I have a whole new set of kids, and I got to meet some of them on Friday, and it's gonna be an interesting year. But it's gonna be fun because I work with kindergartners, so you can't, there's no not fun in kindergartners. So I'm just super excited about all the things that are happening right now in my life and just grateful.
Beautiful. We love you so much, and we celebrate you and celebrate this moment, and you are a blessing. You are a blessing.
I'm so grateful for the things that you have done. Yes, I'm grateful for the victories we've won. I could go on and on and on about your works, because I'm grateful, grateful, so grateful just to praise you, Lord. Flowing from my heart are the issues of my heart. It's gratefulness. Thank you, Casey.
Peace alone.
Shalom, shalom.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Shalom, shalom.
My name is Jo. And I use she, her pronouns, and I'm here to welcome the children. So if any children want to come join us on stage, they're more than welcome to come sit with us. You want to come sit up here? Here, I'll help you.
Shalom, shalom. Peace, shalom, shalom. Peace, shalom, shalom.
Yay. Yeah, so thank you all for being here today, and thank you all to our volunteers too. After this little children's moment, we're going to take the kids outside to play for a little bit. Last week, I asked the children how they knew that they were loved and how they felt loved. We had some great answers last week, so I'm wondering if you all want to say your name and your age and how you feel loved, if you would like to, no pressure, or anything else you would like to say. You want to start, Clementine?
My name is Clementine, and I am 8 years old. I'm about to be 9.
And how do you feel loved?
Well, it's something about my parents, friends, and, well, mostly my family. So, whatever time they're around me, I just feel safe, really. My name is Luan. And I'm 4, and I'm starting to be 5. And my parents, it's kind of like my family.
And they love you. Yeah, amazing. Do you want to say anything? You can even say hi.
Hi, Lolo. Say hi. Let me say hi. He's a little shy.
Oh, yeah. Do y'all want to introduce your sister?
Lolo.
You got it. You got it.
Harry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Say Loey. Say Loey.
I so get that. Me too. Can I share with you again? Is there any other young people who want to share how they feel loved? And I know Sam's going to read a poem right now. So thank you, Sam.
Whoa. Okay. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm going to be reading a poem called Blackberry Picking by Seamus Heaney. Okay. God. Okay. So, late August, given heavy rain and sun, for a full week the blackberries would ripen. At first, just one, a glossy purple clot, among others, red, green, hard as a knot. You ate that first one, and its flesh was sweet, like thickened wine. Summer's blood was in it, leaving stains upon the tongue and lust for picking. Then red ones, inked up, and that hunger sent us out with milk cans, pea tins, jam pots, where briars scratched and wet grass bleached our boots. Round hayfields, cornfields, and potato drills, we trekked and picked until the cans were full, until the tinkling bottom had been covered with green ones, and on top, big, dark blobs, burns like a plate of eyes. Our hands were peppered with thorn pricks, our palms sticky as bluebeards. We hoarded the fresh berries in the byre, but when the bath was filled, we found a fur, a rat-gray fungus glutting on our cash. The juice was stinking too. Once off the bush, the fruit fermented, the sweet fresh would turn sour flesh. I always felt like crying. It wasn't fair. That's all the lovely canfuls smelt of rot. Each year I hoped they'd keep. Knew they would not. Whoa, that was good. You're welcome.
And thank you all.
Thanks, kids.
Thank you. Peace, salam, shalom. 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 Peace, salam, shalom.
Yesterday, the group of us that went to Rome for the International Coalition for Human Rights in the Philippines had the opportunity to hold our report back service last night, and it was a beautiful time. And Casey and I represented the V&M band, and got the opportunity to open up the service with some songs and to sing this song for the next generation that I wrote a bit ago. And it felt really important in this setting as we were talking about how we as people of faith rise up and care for those that are most oppressed and marginalized in our communities. And in the Philippines, 75% of the population lives on less than $6 a day. And so, you know, as I was preparing to go to Rome and thinking about children in our communities, children in the Philippines, children in Palestine, our trans kids here in our communities, kids going to school, it struck me what a vulnerable time this is, with so much coming against our own children. And so as I prayed and wrestled with that, these words came to me, words from my ancestors and words from the divine. So for the next generation, and join us if you know it.
The wind is always changing, blowing and calling me back home. I can hear my grandmother say, every child is our own. We gotta fight for the next generation. Can you sing it now? We gotta fight for the next generation. What will you do with what you've been given? Use your voice, use your body to stop this war. What will you say when they ask what we've done? The time is now to bring every child home. Sing it with us. We gotta fight for the next generation. Sing it louder now. We
got all these options. It's okay if this isn't a thing, but can these be different? I'm sorry, I don't do stage stuff, but can the lights be like dimmer or moved? If not, I will move. Thank you, I appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. An alternative of Matthew 1 through 16, a genealogy of Jesus Christ, as compiled by Ann Patrick Ware of the Women's Liturgy Group of New York, who has graciously, yes, thank you, put this text to public domain for all to use. Matthew, first chapter, 1 through 16. A genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of Miriam, the daughter of Anna. Sarah was the mother of Isaac, and Rebekah was the mother of Jacob. Leah was the mother of Judah. Tamar was the mother of Perez. The names of the mothers of Hezron, Ram, Aminadab, Nahshon, and Salmon have been lost. Rahab was the mother of Boaz, and Ruth was the mother of Obed. Obed's wife, whose name is unknown, bore Jesse. The wife of Jesse was the mother of David. Bathsheba was the mother of Solomon. Naamah the Ammonite was the mother of Rehoboam. Maacah was the mother of Abijam and the grandmother of Asa, and the name of Jehoram's mother is unknown. Azubah was the mother of Jehoshaphat. Athaliah was the mother of Ahasiah. Zebiah of Beersheba was the mother of Joash. Jecholiah of Jerusalem bore Uzziah. Jerusha bore Jotham, and Ahaz's mother is unknown. Abi was the mother of Hezekiah. Hephzibah was the mother of Manasseh. Meshulameth was the mother of Ammon. Jebediah was the mother of Josiah. Zebediah was the mother of Jehoiakim. Nehusha was the mother of Jehoiakim. Hamutal was the mother of Zedekiah. And then the deportation of Babylon took place. After the deportation of Babylon, the names of the mothers go unrecorded. These are their sons: Jeconiah, Shealtiel, Zerubbabel, Abiud, Eliakim, Azor, and Zodok, Achim and Elud and Eleazar, Matan, Jacob, and Joseph, the husband of Miriam. Of her was born Jesus, who is called Christ. The sum of generations is there: 14 from Sarah to David's mother, 14 from Bathsheba to the Babylonian deportations, and 14 from the Babylonian deportations to Miriam, the mother of Christ. Praise be to God. The night before Jesus was executed as an enemy of the state, he gathered his friends to sing, to pray, and to share a meal together that would build their courage for the journey ahead. They broke bread, he poured the cup, and said, "Do this in remembrance of me." These are the words we read each time we share communion together here at Valley and Mountain, which is pretty much every Sunday that we gather. And as I reflect on these words, I've been considering, why exactly is it meaningful to me to be a part of a church community that participates in sacraments like communion so often or at all? Ingesting the body and the blood of Christ out of context isn't necessarily what I was looking for when I was seeking out a church community, when I was looking for a church to lean into and build community with, but sharing songs and meals is. And yet, I know that I'm really grateful we do communion, not only because Charles Wesley says that we should do it as often as possible and that it can't lose its meaning, and if we believe that it could possibly lose its meaning, then who are we to doubt the power of God? But also because taking part in a sacrament moves me, and it moves us in all of the ways that it does. I'm imagining what feelings might have been stirring in the room that day at the Last Supper. What would it be like to sit in a room together and share in Passover as disciples with people who have beloved connections with each other and with strangers, and to have our mentor, our friend there, and to have people missing, people who had already been killed, people whose lives had already ended in some way through poverty or hunger, or who had already been murdered at the hands of the state. It must have been heavy. It must have been a little awkward, or really uncomfortable, even just because they were sitting together in a pretty small space, all crowded around one table. And to not be sure what was coming next, to feel the tension of the recent days of political persecution, to see people they know and love and people they don't know disappearing from every corner of the communities that they live in, from their learning places, from their workplaces, from places where they were hiding, to not be sure what's coming next, and to have a teacher who keeps bringing up that he will suffer and die. To have a teacher that is saying that while everyone is sitting at this meal together and arguing while they're sharing food, that something is coming that we cannot imagine, and it will be painful. Jesus stands up, he breaks the bread, and he says, "This is my body given for you. And this is wine, and this is the blood, and it's my covenant." And I wonder how everyone in that room felt. Did they believe that he was actually going to suffer and die as he said he would? Did they fear that somebody might barge in, killing him at that moment and literally leaving his blood on the table? As Palestinians do when they wait in line for food, as they wait in line for flour today. Did they believe that they might die too? What did they feel in that moment of his death? What did they think it might mean after it happened? What did they think it might mean for the political movement around them? And I'm also wondering, what does the death of Jesus actually mean for us today? What do the deaths of men, women, and children waiting for food mean today? This text about this Last Supper leaves room for us to imagine. In the Gospels, the Last Supper is captured in a brief way. The story continues on. And yet, something about this short story is where we hold ourselves in tradition. It's captivated Christians from those early moments and love feasts to today, so much that we regularly take part in communion. And in sharing songs and prayer and meals and in the remembrance of Jesus through ceremony, we do this for those who might die among us, those who die of illnesses in a healthcare system that doesn't meet their needs, those who die of old age in systems where we can't always leave work as often as we want to be with them, or we have to travel far to do so, and those who die these unjust deaths, too often by execution by the state or oppression and power. These are the parts of the story, the songs, the prayers, the meals that we build on for community courage. Can we take a breath? Tyrant, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. Tyrant, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. You've been built in your kingdom all over this land. Tyrant, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. Something really cool is that every social justice movement in the world has a soundtrack. That's really cool, right? Like, how did we do that? I'll tell you. Well, I don't know the answer for sure, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. Artists like Mahalia Jackson, Nina Simone, artists like Harry Belafonte during the Civil Rights Movement, artists like Kendrick Lamar and Janelle Monáe and No Name and Lauryn Hill. These are people who have highlighted movements toward asserting the unshakable truth that Black lives matter, that the lives of the people in our communities matter, that the lives of the people we have never met who are persecuted matter. And these are just the names of the people who are like in mine and my parents' lifetimes. Soundtracks elevate the messages of movements and images, and they give us meaning. They give us this music that allows us to show each other the ways that we're bound to one another, that we struggle for collective liberation. We live under a system that thrives in silencing people. So when we come together and we share music, it's a spiritual engagement. It's a justice activism. Music mirrors for us and gives us windows into oppression that we experience or that we can never experience, and gives us courage to not be the oppressors or to step into the movement for justice that oppresses us. They connect to our feelings, our thoughts, our voices. It acts as a window to learn what others in the world have to say about injustice, and it connects us to the world at large. Every Sunday, we create space for this. The musicians who are here in our community, who co-create this space with us in our liturgies, embody the practice of song. They invite us to sing with them. This music gives us our own space, lets us move into our bodies. It gives us a moment to relax and hear the sounds wash over us. It allows the Spirit to move within us. Whether they're playful songs that we sing at camp, or they're joyful songs, or they're songs of movement building, these are the songs where we find place for peace, for playing, for learning in social and historical and political contexts. And it's a powerful labor of love that we're offered each week and throughout the week, and on the radio, and in our apps where we can build these soundtracks that give us some sort of joy and peace for the time ahead. And learning the songs that we sing together in here, when we can hear our voices rise, whether there's a few of us or many of us in the room, is leaning into coming into our own voice. And it's a part of that practice that builds our courage for the journey ahead. And so we sing and we also pray. These are prayers we share frequently on Sundays, prayers we've learned, prayers we cry out in gratitudes that welcome us in our high mountains and our low valley moments, and they always feel tangible and personal, the ones that come from us, each of us. And so my prayers sometimes look like thanking my home as I'm walking into my apartment doors, or reciting blessings and gratitude when I'm washing my hands, or honoring the food in front of me, mostly through the organisms and the people who got it there, trying to trace as much as I can of that food. When I was younger, I treated prayers in two ways mostly, like memorizing, like poetry, which has its place, and like wishes, like wishing upon a star. God, I loved that scene in Pinocchio. And my relationship to prayer today is kind of just a constant conversation. What's going on, bro? Are we doing this again? Gosh, that really sucked. Thank you. I don't know what to do with this. Are you even listening? Naming injustice and reaffirming commitments to creative liberation comes in this sometimes. It's a practice. Prayer comes with this spiritual power. It gives us the chance to embrace what is around us, to have a little bit of compassion, and connection to ourselves. But it's also a courage, a practice. We're acting for and on behalf of the human dignity of other people and ourselves. And then the food. We knew I'd come back to the food. When we consider sharing meals, I've been thinking about the time, I talked a little bit about this last week, but time I spent in my childhood traveling around to different churches and eating. I never really stayed put in a specific church. My family didn't really build community like that. I actually think that when we got a little too close to people, we moved on. And I can't name, because of that, every community that fed me, which is probably good because my hand would hurt writing the thank you notes. But we would pile into the car and we'd travel sometimes from Montana all the way down to Texas and back. And I remember when we moved to Texas after my second grade year, we were driving straight through the night, camping in the car, and stopping at churches for meals because all those details were the only way that we were going to afford the trip down. And the gas for the trip. I saw a lot of churches that way. There's a lot of different ways to church. But what they all had in common, and the reason we went to these churches in particular, was their commitment to serving food. And more importantly, serving food to the poor, to my family. And I also grew up hearing stories of my grandmother and my mom and my 6 uncles who all were going to nearby churches for food when they were children. My great-grandfather, who was a devout Catholic, and my great-grandmothers who cooked for the church, also Catholic. Generationally, the church has fed my family. This means something to me. Sharing meals gives us the time and the space to connect. It gives us a chance, regardless of whatever else is going on in the world or in the moment, to have some nourishment. Sharing meals is a part of movement building. Particularly in the history of movements for justice in the US, meals are crucial. And in these meals, I know that I am alive, literally, because of the creative visioning of persecuted community members who created food banks and church meal structures cultivated by Black movement leaders. Because of women like Georgia Gilmore, who was a cafeteria worker, midwife, and mother, who cooked and raised money for the Montgomery bus boycott. And for the Black Panther Party, who, despite extreme persecution and violence, literally revolutionized food distribution and ambulances. Did you know they did that? They did that too. Created emergency response, created food networks, and continue this history of mutual aid. These are frameworks of spiritual sustenance. These are the ways that we have been showed sacred transition throughout history. And when I was in the kitchen with women of First Presbyterian Church in Helena, learning how to cook meals big enough to serve the whole sanctuary of people, learning how to do what so many churches had already done for me and for my family, I was also cultivating relationships, an authentic way to continue honoring the history of building a theology of liberation. And I'm sharing this with you, this part of my story, just to say that I really believe courage is something we continue growing through long-term training and capacity building and long-term showing up to serve food, to bring one another a meal, to say yes, and to make sure we carry a little bit of cash. Sharing meals in authentic ways is a part of this practice that we do when we share this story of Last Supper. We take it into the week, and then we come back again. In biomimicry, we hear about the fractal, the never-ending pattern, the spiral that goes inward on itself. It's a complex pattern, and it can be at any scale. And these are repeated, simple patterns, fractals, that have an ongoing feedback loop in the universe. The arc of the Milky Way is literally this type of fractal, down to a tiny snail shell is this type of fractal, and it goes on and on and on in the universe. And serving meals is like this, like the shape of the imprints on our fingertips. These are geological patterns that grow us into the knowledge that how we are on a small scale is reflecting how we are on a large scale. When we go out for a meal with a friend and we say, don't worry about it, I got this. It's okay if you Venmo charge each other, but I challenge you not to, just for a moment, and to trust the meal will come back around. As we bear witness to the profound suffering of Palestinian families, children, and the adults, and their parents, and the unparenting people, the aunties and uncles and strangers and beloveds, who gaze longingly at food and flour, essential to life, and find it not within their reach. There is a yearning for survival that reflects a broader reality of systemic injustice, of ongoing military occupation, of food displacement, and of the suffocating blockade in Gaza. in the place where this story took place 2,000 years ago. In the place where community members have been displaced over and over and over and continue to be. And the United Methodist Church has a resolution in our social principles written in 2016, actually corrected in 2016. It's much, much older. And it's a little bit harsher and more increasingly challenging of the system than I have seen the United Methodist Church be this year, or last year, or the year before. So I challenge us to turn back to what we said 10 years ago and to honor the human rights and dignity of the people around us. The resolution, number 6111, if we're looking for it, affirms our shared rootedness in the land, our sacred call for mutual peace and reconciliation. It speaks out against an assembly of any house upon house and field upon field that displaces neighbors and erodes dignity. It's Isaiah 5:8. This moment compels us to reject indifference, to stand firmly against acts of genocide and collective oppression. It demands that we lift our voices, our prayers, our actions in solidarity with the vulnerable, so that food and flour are not symbols of death, but of hope, sustenance, and justice. Systems of oppression carry on in our bodies and in our cultural practices. And we can't just legislate them away or mediate our way out of them. And here at Valley and Mountain, we practice radical hospitality, and we know it's a practice. Here we know that love is a practice, that justice is a practice, that anti-imperialism is a practice, and you all are courageous. And thank you for carrying that practice out into the world each week, where it is hard. Hard to tune in, hard to pay attention, hard to talk to our families and loved ones. It is hard. And I see you, and I see us, moment by moment, even as we feed each other. My favorite definition of courage, which is what I'm describing, is Richard Avramenko, who says that courage is the primary means by which humans rise out of our individualistic, isolated, and materialistic existences. He says, courage reveals what we care about. It reveals what inspires us, the self-overcoming character of courage that makes it so poignant. So, as we eat and we pray and we share our meals together for the journey ahead, we focus on building community and cultures of courage. Consider really leaning into these transitions in our living moments, the small moments, not just when we're alone, but with that understanding that the spirit of justice and our intentions do create sustainable and lasting change. And when we build cultures rooted in habits and embody the values that we want to live within in our own families, it does ripple. We have to practice. And building beloved community requires that we build cultures rooted in belonging. So we get to practice here every week. Thanks for coming. And build that courage for the community ahead. This is a powerful transition where bread and wine become the bread of life and the cup of liberation. We can share a full meal together when we do. We can share this small meal together every week. Reflect on who's present, who's missing, how we're doing. The company of mourners surrounds us. And if you find the story, the history to be a refuge, remember that Jesus broke the bread, poured the cup to remind us that his body, this body which was executed, was literally the place where God dwells. This body which is broken, resurrected in its disabled righteousness, is blessed for us and with us. And we need the help of others in our lives to collectively envision what we can be. We may try to go at it alone, but Spirit has placed helpers in our lives. Look for them. Be patient with them. And since no human comforter is perfect, our comfort will not be perfect either. So we will sing, pray, and eat. And finally, please let us not grieve as if we have no hope. I believe that part of what brings us together is that we have hope because we trust in radical hospitality of a creative, playful God. We trust in a vision of liberation, in a goodness for a future that we have never seen. And we trust that we are capable of transforming and creating changes that we cannot yet imagine. So, our sadness is mixed with rest, and our sorrow is painted with hope. Let us go on. Thank you. Oh, sure. Yeah. Do you know the Betty Mae Fikes song, Up Over My Head? It's a song that comes out of gospel tradition. It was popularized during the civil rights movement by SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Action Committee. And Betty Mae Fikes was a founding member of the Freedom Singers who used this song as a tool to empower and educate people about the civil rights movement. The lyrics are, up over my head, I see freedom in the air. Up over my head, I see freedom in the air. There must be a God somewhere.
The lyrics are in the bulletin, if you need them.
Over my head, I hear freedom in the air. Over my head, I hear freedom in the air. Over my head, I hear freedom in the air. There must be a God somewhere. Over my head, justice. I hear justice in the air. Over my head, I hear justice in the air. Over my head, I hear justice in the air. There must be a God somewhere.
We're going to change some lyrics up here. What are those lyrics, Summer?
We're going to hear justice. Let's see, we heard freedom, we heard justice. Can we hear peace? And can we say, I know change is coming out there at the end?
I know change is coming out there, okay.
Over my head, I hear peace in the air. Over my head, I hear peace in the air. Over my head, I hear peace in the air. I know change is coming out there.
Over my head, I hear justice in the air.
Over my head, I hear justice in the air. Over my head, I hear justice in the air. There must be a God somewhere. There must be a God somewhere. There must be a God somewhere.
Look at us learning on the spot.
This little light. This little light.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere
As we say each week, Valley and Mountain is a community of co-creators, not a group of spectators or consumers. We pool our resources, and together we can do so much more than we could apart. At this time, you can make an offering or even make your pledge. If you'd like to make a gift to the offering baskets, there's one on each side of this area here. You can contribute to the basket when you come up to communion. You can also give online. There's a link in the digital and online offering basket. Text to give the details are in your paper and digital bulletin. If this has become a spiritual home for you and you'd like to become a pledging member or household, you can make an ongoing weekly or monthly gift, and it's really easy to do. The link is in your paper or in the digital bulletin, and you can text to give. If you'd like to redistribute resources through our Community Mutual Aid Fund, you can offer or request resources with the information that's in the bulletin. If this is your first time here, know that your presence alone is gift enough. Let's pause for a moment as you consider your gift, how and when you're going to do it.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Please join me in the offering prayer, which you'll find in your bulletin. Wellspring of life, help us to use our offerings to make peace in our community, set us free from fear, hoarding, and hostility, and renew in us the desire to become open-handed and open-hearted. Teach us to know what is enough so that all may not just survive, but thrive.
It's part of our tradition here at Valley and Mountain to gather around a communion table. And today we are going to do so again, remembering the words of Mick Summer this morning about how this bread is liberation and this is the cup of liberation, and how we are held in the divine in this work of liberating our communities from oppression and from fear. And so in a few moments, we're going to have lines on either side of the stage. We offer gluten-free crackers and grape juice. We invite you to come forward as you feel prompted to do so. If you come forward and you'd rather not partake in the elements, but you'd like prayer or to be blessed, you can let us know. We're here to pray for you. For those of you who are at your seats and would like someone to come by and serve you there, just raise your hand and we'll come by and serve you. But before we take communion, we have a story to tell.
Long ago, Jesus arrived outside Jerusalem. The occupied people of the land went outside to greet him. Together, they defied the emperor through the art of revolutionary street theater.
Jesus went to the temple, turned the tables, and welcomed in all who had been excluded from entering. They entered the temple. The disabled and sick were centered, their stories were heard, and it was a holy place.
The night before he was executed as an enemy of the state, Jesus gathered his friends to sing, to pray, to share a meal that would build their courage for the journey ahead. He broke the bread, poured the cup, said, "Do this in remembrance of me."
As we do each week, let's stretch out our hands and our heart towards these elements and pray this communion prayer together. Gracious God, pour out your Holy Spirit into us and these gifts, that through this cup and bread we may know that we are beloved without condition. Transform us, make us one body with you and with one another. Amen.
and joyful be. There will always be a place for you at my table. Return to me. Come on home. Come on home to me. And I will hold you in my arms and joyful be. There will always be
Does anyone need us to bring it to you?
place for you at my table. Return to me. Come on home to me. And I will hold you in my arms and joyful be.
The bread of life. The cup of liberation.
Well, we've come the last mile. And I want to thank all of you for being here today, for helping us co-create this service, for your presence in this space with us today. We just have a few announcements to share. First of all, we do need some help with some cleanup after the service. So if I could get a show of 4 hands to help us out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Wow. You can meet us in the back and we'll get all set up back there. We have a couple of things coming up. On August 30th, we are having our Solidarity Day with La Resistencia. So if you're interested in being part of the planning, we're going to start planning this week. And it's coming out on that day, it'll be 1 o'clock at the Northwest Detention Center. There'll be more information to come. We'll be making signs together and things. Mark that on your calendar and come out and be with us out there. Other things. On September 6th, we are holding a fundraiser called Faith in the Time of Monsters, and it's going to be an evening with Dr. Cornel West at Town Hall, Seattle. And we've been working really hard to get the word out there, but we need more help. We have a venue that can hold up to 800 people in it, and so far we've sold 23 tickets. So we want to get more tickets out there. And we are talking with lots of folks to help sponsor the event. We want to ask each of you to consider inviting a friend or two to join you at the event. We also want to organize some teams of people, thanks to Michael from our board who helped get these printed. Rev Sekou designed it while in the hospital, and Michael got them printed. And we would like to send out teams of people to help us flyer and poster different neighborhoods in Seattle. So if you're interested in that, please let me know, because we can get that all organized together. And continue to pray for us as we plan for this event. It has been an interesting time of organizing and planning for it. I think it says something about the political climate that we're in. We've had universities and folks push back on this event because of fear of what's going on with this administration. So this is a time for us to rise up together. And I think Dr. Cornel West has a word for us about how we can show up in this time. So I hope that you'll join us, and I hope you'll invite folks to come with you to this event. Share it on your social media. There are social media posts out there that you can share. And also, if you're interested in flyering our neighborhoods, please let me know, and we can get these out to you as well. Did I miss anything on that, Michael? We want to give them to you today, actually. So, yeah, think about it in the next 5 minutes.
For anybody who is looking for something to do this afternoon and wants to serve a meal with Christine and I, we're looking for a little bit of help from 3 p.m. to about 6 p.m. We're going to serve a meal. We'll be meeting here at 3. We're going to pick up the food, take it to Riverton Park UMC, and serve food there. We will also feed you if you come with. So let me know right after service if you would like to do that.
We just want to share that Riverton Park UMC has been essentially welcoming and hosting refugees and migrant folks that have been coming into the city and where they can find no other housing or shelter or support. And so at sometimes in the last few years, there has been up to 300 folks present at Riverton Park at one time. And so we got the opportunity to go out, spend some time with them, see the work that they're doing, see the work that Pastor Jan is doing. And this is an opportunity for us to deepen those relationships and deepen those connections and the support that we can offer to Riverton Park by going out and sharing this meal. So we want to invite you to be a part of that if that's something that pulls at your heart as well.
Yes, many of you contributed to the donation drive that Christian led a couple weeks ago. This is the same church community. We're also continuing our scripture study in the mornings, early in the morning on Saturdays on Zoom. If you'd like to join us, Michael and I and Crystal and Jean and Christine and many others. Jules has been joining us, and we would love to have you anytime if you want to drop in. And Emily, if you want to drop in, if you want to spend time with any of the folks I named or anyone else that you'd like to bring, if you know somebody far away who's an early bird, we read Dr. Gaffney's Womanist Lectionary each week, and we're almost done with the lectionary. It begins and ends on Advent. So we've been reading those 4 scriptures each week, and we'll be at it again this Saturday. What else? I think that's Christmas.
Josh has one.
Josh has one.
I'm feeling called by God to relax in Sunday mornings. So that means we need to turn the coffee over to somebody else. I have been doing this for about a couple of years. I think I'm going to take some time off a little bit. Patrick has been helping out as well. But if you can find your calling in the grounds, then that would be fantastic. Let us know how you can, let us know if you want to help. Thanks.
every week, you've had that coffee out there, and we're so grateful. So if you're interested, let Josh know, or you can let any of us know, and we can get you connected.
Just a quick announcement. We are fastly approaching Christmas, and we're going to be having our Christmas cantina again this year. So we're looking for more voices. If you love to sing, even if it's in the shower, join us up here. We will work with you. So I'm really excited to be working with this and taking this on. And yeah, I'm just super excited. So we're going to be rehearsing probably on Sunday mornings starting out, and then we're going to have 3 major rehearsals between now and the cantina where we will have like full blown. So if you need any questions answered, please, I'm here. Reach out to me. I will answer them.
Yay, I'm excited. You want to do the benediction?
Please receive these words in benediction as we close our sacred time together today. Our prayer is Miriam's prayer, Mother Mary's prayer. Let it be. Let it be with your people according to your word. With these words, the word of the divine was formed in the woman of God. And on this day, as on that day, let the people of the divine bring forth the word again. Amen. Please go in peace and be peacemakers.
Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to the Lord and be free.
Sing it with us.
Oh, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
Took her to the O